Hi everyone, Tracy Filter here with Tracy's Ink Spot. Thank you so much for joining me again for another 3D video. This one is a treat pouch, and I've made these before for craft fairs for selling at the holidays, and I know you can fit a nice stack of those Dove Promises in here. About 4 or 5 of them fit nicely into a stack here. And what's kind of cool about this one is the bottom is square, but it pinches together at the top, so it's kind of a really fun and funky shape, but really easy to put together. Okay, so let me show you what you're gonna need. I'll set this off to the side so you can kind of see how it develops. Okay, so you are gonna need a piece of 6x6 designer series paper, and then you're gonna need something for, a tag, that sort of thing, an element or that you wanna have there, whatever it is. And then some way to have a closure. So I punched a hole and tied a ribbon through it. It's one of the easiest ways to go. Okay, so what you are gonna wanna do, I'm gonna do this first with something like this so that you can see it a little better because my designer series paper is a little busy. Okay, so you've got your 6x6 piece of designer series paper. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna score one edge at 1 3/8. Okay, so that's this big line here. Let me move my sticks out of the way. All right, so I already drew the line so you can see where it is. So we're gonna go in 1 2 3/8. Okay, so there's that line, okay? Then you're gonna wanna rotate it one rotation of 90 degrees, right? A little bit of brain fry, hopefully that's the right math. Okay, then you're gonna score at 1 3/8 again, but only up to the first score line that you made. Then at 2 3/4, you're gonna go all the way down. At 4 1/8, you're just gonna go up to the score line again. And then at 5 1/2, you're gonna go all the way down, okay? So if you're doing this on your paper trimmer, so remember 1 2 3 over, and then you should be able to see in the track here where your line goes. So you just go to that line and you're looking at this edge here halfway through your scoring blade to be able to see where that has the tip at the bottom for you to guide. Okay, so then over to 2 3/4, and you're gonna go all the way down and back. Then again at 4 1/8, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're only gonna score part way to that line. And then 5 1/2, we're gonna go all the way over here and score that all the way down. Okay, so that is how your paper should be scored. Then you're gonna take a scissor and you're gonna cut off this tiny little piece right there. So I've already done the scoring on my 6x6 piece of designer series paper. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give those a little bit more of a crease so I can see where my corner is that I need to cut off. Okay, so there's that tiny little edge piece that we're gonna cut off. So just a little snip here and here. Okay, so there's my corner that you can just remove. And then on these other score lines, you're gonna wanna cut up to the first initial score arc. And that's gonna make the 4 corners, or the 4 pieces, I should say, for the square shape on the bottom. Okay, ready? And then on one of these 2 middle pieces here, you're gonna put the adhesive that's gonna hold the whole bottom together. And we're also gonna run some down the side of this. So on the outside of the box, remember your designer series paper is 2 sides. So decide which is your outside, which is your inside. My outside is the plaid one. So for that one, I'm gonna grab my tear and tape and get it started here. And I'm gonna run that down here, like so. Then I'm gonna flip it over, and either one of these 2 middle pieces, you can decide which one is gonna be the final closure for your box. Wants to really run away from me tonight. So I'm just gonna put a couple little pieces of tear and tape down there. And like I said, that's gonna be the end closure for your box. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and give all those score lines a really good burnish, the ones that are going all the way up, so just those 2. And then what's really kind of handy is you can just leave this part down, take off your tear and tape. It's sticking up the top a little bit, and it should fold nicely together, like so. Okay, so that is the seal for the pouch part. Now you just need to go to the bottom and pop it open a little bit. Now remember, oops, popped right out. That part here is gonna be the final closure. So fold those 2 in, and then this one, and then you're gonna take off your tear and tape which sometimes is easier said than done, especially when you have jittery cameras on, or jittery fingers on camera. All right, so there we go. And that's gonna come over and seal closed. Now, if you want to at this point, make sure you've got a good seal. You can always stick your bone folder down in there and just give that a little bit of a burnish. Okay, now this part is the only part where I don't have something from our catalog to use. We don't carry the hand punches anymore, but I'm pretty sure just about every crafter has one of these in their collection. So this is the 1/8 one, and you're just gonna go ahead and punch a hole through all the way through the pouch. That's where your tie is gonna come into play. Now I already have my focal point made, okay? The kangaroo is from Count on Me, and I've colored him with my blends. And then I took the For You from this part, this is Celebrating You, and it says Just For You, but I just inked up the For You. And then I stamped it right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a hole in this guy as well, down a little bit. And then I'm gonna be able to put those pieces together and tie my bow. This is our new Parakeet Party metallic ribbon, and this is Parakeet Party Designer Series paper. And then if you're curious, I colored him with polished pink, Parakeet Party, a little bit of black for his nose, and then from the collection of the Natural Tones blends, this is number 600, is his body parts. Okay, so remember, put your treats inside before you seal it up. Although since this is tied, it's pretty easy to undo, but all right, you're just gonna put your ribbon through, attach your tag this way, and then you can just do a simple, I'm just gonna do a simple knot on camera, just because that's easier with nervous fingers. All right, so simple knot one way, and then you take it the other way. Whoop, come on. There we go. Okay, and there is my finished treat pouch. All right, so see how quickly that came together? Super duper quick, super easy. All you need is a 6x6 piece of paper, and you're only wasting, so to speak, that much of it. It's kind of awesome. So you can get 4 of them out of a big sheet of 12x12. How cool is that? All right, so think about this for your next birthday party favors, family gatherings, bridal showers, etc. And my thanks for watching today, and thanks to Kim Price for the initial directions on how to make this really cute treat pouch. All right, have a great day, everybody. Bye now.